The expense categories page can be found via the payroll settings tab, which is accessed here or here. This page is used to define the various employee expense categories used by your business. There is one generic expense reimbursement category that's a system default one, but if you're wanting to add more specific categories, you can by clicking on the Add button to the right-hand side of the page. You'll need to enter the name of the expense category. You can enter the external ID if required. This is handy if you're importing timesheets and you're wanting to have an expense relating to an employee brought into the pay run. If you have the same external ID in the timesheet file and here, the system will be able to match the two. If an external ID is used that has been used before, you won't be able to save it if the unique external ID setting is switched on. This setting is located on the Payroll Settings Advanced Settings page. Now, if you have journals configured, which is the Payroll Settings Journal page, you'll see a General Ledger Mapping Code, Tax Code, and Tax Rate fields. This is able to cater for things like sales taxes that may be applied to expense claims. If you're using a cloud accounting system such as QuickBooks, Xero, or Sasu, you'll be able to select the tax code from your accounting system to be pre-populated when your employees submit an expense claim. In relation to the tax code and associated tax rate, these will be populated on the expense claim and submitted with your journal to the accounting system. If you're using a file-based export for your journal, such as the case with this business here, you'll be able to manually type in the account code and tax rate to be included with your journal export. When you're happy with the details, you can click Save. If you're wanting to edit an expense category, you simply need to click on the name of the category that you want to edit, and this will expand the details of that category for editing. You can make the necessary changes and click Save. You are also able to delete expense categories from this screen by hovering your mouse over the category that you want to delete and clicking on the red circled cross that appears. Just a note that you cannot delete expense categories that are in use. Also, something to be aware of is that expenses are not included in end-of-year income statements. If you're wanting to set up a recurring expense for an employee, you can do so via their employee file, Pay Run Inclusions page. If you're just wanting to make a one-off expense payment, you can add this directly into a pay run by clicking on the employee's name and adding the expense from there. I hope this has helped. There you have it, the expenses page.